World Kangaroo Day is celebrated every year on October 24th to raise awareness for kangaroos, the largest marsupial mammal, and to highlight the threats they face like hunting and habitat loss. Kangaroos are the world's largest marsupials. Marsupials are one of the three subgroups of mammals. The name marsupial comes from the marsupium, or pouch, in which these animals carry and nurse their young. The name kangaroo is derived from Aboriginal. That means the name, kangaroo, comes from the Kangaroo, which is the name given to eastern grey kangaroos by the Guugar Yimithirr people of Queensland's tropical north. Kangaroos belong to Macropodidae family, which means Bigfoot in Latin. Kangaroos are identified by their muscular tails, strong back legs, large feet, short fur and long pointed ears. Their tail is incredibly muscular, and kangaroos use them like a fifth limb when moving on four legs. Kangaroos move by bipedal hopping. Energy-efficient way of traveling helps them cover vast distances, surviving harsh climate in search of food and water. Kangaroos can leap some 30 feet in a single bound, and travel more than 48 kilometers per hour. Their hind limbs movement is known as bipedal hopping. But they can't move backwards. Lessons that we learn from kangaroo. Hope for the best, prepare for the worst. Learning for humans, it means carefully reflect, think over and weigh out all your available options, pros and cons before you take a leap or a major life decision. However, speedy hopping has its own limitations, and so, better to take that risk and hope for the best, prepare for the worst. They are communicative. Kangaroos are social creatures, and they have plenty of ways to communicate with each other, including nose touching, stomping their hind legs and growling. Mother kangaroos will even make clicking or clucking sounds to call their young back to them. Kangaroo's tail is strong enough that it can carry a kangaroo's entire body weight when they box, lifting both their hind legs to kick their opponent. Kangaroos fight with each other by boxing with their front paws, but defend themselves with powerful kicks from their hind legs. Though they are a social animal, but the reality is that they can be aggressive towards people. Surprisingly, kangaroo has a 900 psi bite power, that is pound force per square inch, much stronger than a lion. However, they do not have any canines, as they are herbivores. Kangaroo hops around and is good at networking because it does not stay hidden in its closet. While hopping around has its benefits, as it can take you places. Learning for humans, as networking is an excellent source of new ideas and perspectives which otherwise you may not have thought of. The gestation period for kangaroos is about 5 weeks, after which they usually give birth to a single baby, known as a joey. No larger than a grape, the newborn joey must use its forelimbs to crawl through its mother's fur to her pouch. Kangaroos are pouched mammals. Kangaroos give birth to a tiny, undeveloped joey, baby kangaroos, after a very short gestation period. The joey will live in the pouch, called a marsupium, for the next several months as it continues to grow and develop. The pouches provide nourishment and protection for their undeveloped young. When a kangaroo mother gives birth, her blind jellybean-sized newborn must climb up into the safety of her pouch to nurse. There it will feed and grow for 9 months before it's mature enough to begin exploring the world beyond. Learning for humans from example of joey, who is born just after 28 days and is much like a hatchling. Reflects to human that age should not qualify humans to take ownership or responsibility of their actions. A right action at a tender age might save you a lifetime of beautiful experience. Female kangaroos can pause their pregnancies. That's right, they can suspend the development of their joeys in a process called embryonic diapause. This allows her to give birth when conditions are right, or wait to give birth until another joey has left her pouch. Thus, born-to-be joeys can go dormant until the pouch is vacant. Kangaroo care immediately moves the baby from a stress-controlled condition of the brain to a completely relaxed, safe, secure environment, so that physiologic stabilization of heart rate, respiratory rate, breathing patterns are evolved. Learning for humans from example of mother kangaroo and joey, necessity and responsibility, that is from the viewpoint of receiving and giving, where one should refrain to measure who exhibit what, from the perspective of a corporate and employee. Kangaroos are intelligent, sentient beings, living in family groups and have their own language, culture and dreams. They continue to activate the Earth's songlines for the survival of all living things, to promote the practice of skin-to-skin contact for prematures and full-term newborns, known as kangaroo care.